Hi Pisces, my name is Audrey Alison. Happy New Year. I'm excited to be here. There's a lot going on that's kind of radical for January, and I'm going to jump right into it. On January 1st, New Year's Day, we have a new moon, which is very rare to have a new moon on the first day of the year. We haven't had this in decades, 60 to 70 years. Now, on the 1st, the new moon is 10 degrees Capricorn, and that is in your 11th house of friendships and groups. Groups, organizations, and clubs. Things that you do or hobbies or things you've joined to express yourself. The sun is also here. Going into January, the sun is always in Capricorn. So you have a new moon, and this is a super moon. We have two, this is trippy. We have two new moons in 1 month, which is very rare. These are super moons, and what that means is that they're closest to the Earth. The proximity from the moon to the Earth is that it's closest, and it's also within direct alignment to the Earth. So they're very potent and powerful. Their energy is very precise, and this is falling in your 11th house of creative groups and friendships. With the sun there, you have the two most powerful planets, the sun and the moon, planets in astrology, sun and the moon, in this 11th house. Spectacular. On the 11th, we have Mercury going into Aquarius in your 12th house of quiet land, spirituality, psychic ability. Pisces, you rule the 12th house. This is where you're very comfortable. So Mercury, the planet of communication and writing and the mind and the intellect and the way you're thinking, is stationed in this very comfortable house of the 12th house, which you rule. Mercury going into Aquarius, though, is in your 12th house. You'll find that you, this is kind of ironic because Mercury is very expressive and very talkative, but the 12th house is the exact opposite of that. It's not very talkative. It's very psychic and very quiet. You might feel a little bit of a struggle of whether or not to say things. Do I say that? Do I hold back? Do they want me to communicate this, or should I just keep it to myself? You might struggle a little bit with the pull in that area, but the beautiful news is that Mercury is also changing signs twice in 1 month. Again, just like last month, such trippy things happening with the planets. But he's only there. Mercury's only going to be in this 12th house for 20 days. So if you're torn about whether to speak or to be quiet, you'll only have 20 days with that battle. Okay, so on the 15th of January, we have a full moon in Cancer, 25 degrees Cancer. This is a sister water sign to you, Pisces, so you also have a very comfortable full moon placement. This is in your 5th house of creativity, self-expression in this creative realm with this group, the 11th house of groups. 5th house is also children and romance, fun and games, pleasure and leisure. So having a full moon in a comfortable sister water sign of Cancer to you, Pisces, you're loving this full moon. You have mid-month, you are very expressive and loving this creative energy. You could be writing, you could be really just having fun with this 5th house instead of it feeling like a chore to you or a burden. On the 19th, the sun goes into Aquarius, like it does every year, in this 12th house again of quiet land. Now you're going back to being reserved and a little quiet. So, but you're also at home here, okay? So the sun going into the 12th house that Pisces rules, even though that's Aquarius for you, you are comfortable, you feel safe, you feel secure at that time. The 30th is our second new moon at 10 degrees Aquarius in this 12th house again. Your psychic abilities, Pisces, are spot on at this time. You really need to trust your instinct, your third eye, your gut, all of those things. They're not leading you astray. It's people who do that. You can never lead yourself astray. Just listen to your own voice and not the voice of others. On the 31st, Mercury is going into Pisces in your 1st house. Okay, you've got a lot of activity, and Mercury is with you, okay, at the last day of the month. We'll have to get into more about this in February, but he'll be with you. This transit will last 3 weeks, I believe. But starting on the 31st, Mercury is going to make you more talkative. Mercury is going to make you want to publish books that you've been writing. to create that movie that you wanted to create, to write those songs you wanted to write in a band or perform them, speak publicly, local travel, short trips, weekend trips. Mercury's going to put a lot of energy into your ego, to yourself, your personality. And you need that because Pisces, you're very quiet this month comparatively to other signs. And then you finish off the month with a lot of spunk because Mercury is going to be in your first house. And he lets you get messages. He brings messages to you. You could hear from people that you haven't heard from in a long time. He's prone to do that. What I'd like to do is read some cards for you, and usually I'll just pull one here or there. I'm going to do, since it's January 2014, I want you to see how I assess my cards. I'm going to give you a short 4-card reading, not a full Celtic cross, but I will show you the pictures of the cards, and then I will also determine what this means as I do. All right. All right, we have a lot going on here. First card, Lady of Coins. Second card, the Devil. Third card, Ten of Wands. And the fourth card is the Emperor. Okay, so we have 2 major arcanas and 2 minor arcanas. Now, the Lady of Coins is the woman who is planting seeds. This is regarding the new moon. She's the gardener. She's the nurturer, the woman who is protecting her own environment, garden, what flourishes, money, the coins, the earth. Now, even though you're a water sign, I think this has to do with the new moon and the new intentions that you'll have for the year. The Devil in the past positioning is letting go of addictions. The Devil represents things that we hold on to that don't serve us a purpose positively in our future path. So vices, any kind of addiction, from food to sex to drugs to alcohol, could be shed easily, readily at this time. You have a lot of planetary positions working with you to do so, and also the cards are saying so. Now, what I love from this is if you choose to shed some things, and it doesn't have to be everything, we're only human. If you choose to shed some things that aren't significant to you, this is who you become. This is the phoenix rising out of the ashes. The Ten of Wands is passion, is rebirth, is survival. You won't have any problems manifesting the positive transitions that you want in January and for 2014. You're the victor, you're the emperor. You have a passion, and you have to seek no one else but yourself. The emperor works alone. He's governed by Mars. He's direct. He's a fighter. He gets what he wants. He takes action. And trust that whatever you plant your seeds at the beginning of the month, they will be implemented throughout the month, into the end of the month, and then manifesting throughout the whole year. I like your cards. They're quiet, mixed with fire and passion. So hone in on what you want to accomplish, because you can do anything. Anything. And watch what the universe brings to you, because she is always listening. And if you have your own best intentions at heart, these things can be picked up and manifested for you. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, and you have to make some changes in order to do that. But it's good to have willpower and to prove what you can accomplish and prove what you can do and be for yourself. Okay, Pisces, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. Happy 2014 to you. My name is Audrey Alison. I can be reached on audreyallison.com. I read all through the week, and you can book with me there. I can also be found on Facebook at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. Have a beautiful 2014 and a sweet day. I'll see you later, Pisces. Bye.